Welcome to the gateway to the West, St. Louis, Missouri. MLB Network is live from Busch Stadium. It's the home opener of this new season between the Kansas City Royals and the St. Louis Cardinals. Live baseball here on MLB Network, and it comes your way next. In now is Lorenzo Cain, and we are set for baseball here this evening.
Tonight for Kansas City. Center fielder, number 6.
And a cold strike on the game's first pitch as we bring you this one here tonight. And Harold, we take a look at the Cardinals entering play here tonight. They are in the midst of a pretty bad stretch as they've dropped 6 straight coming in.
Well, they've been on a little bit of a losing streak, but this is why you have veterans. And a veteran pitcher on the mound, he's been through this before. He knows more than anybody. He has to have a quality outing and give his team a chance to win. They need it now more than any other time.
And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2. And this is taken for a called third strike as the leadoff man is set down to open up the ball game.
In the second spot tonight.
So digging in now, Alex Gordon hitting just a bit over the Mendoza line on the year. And a ball 1-0.
Wow, that was a decent breaking ball right there, but that's just a pitch that's a little easier to lay off of when you're opposite-handed, opposite bat. You could see the sweep of the ball coming right into you. That was a great take.
Under this one is Grichuk, and there are 2 away now. Here's Neil Walker hitting a little over 250 coming into action in this one. Hit in the air to center field. Marte is under it. And that ends the inning. Here's Starling Marte. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Center fielder. Starling Marte.
And he lays off there 1-0. Harold Reynolds, we look at the Royals as they enter play here tonight. Fortune has been smiling on them recently. They're unbeaten in their last 7 games.
Yeah, it's been a heck of a week for them. I mean, to put together 7 games in a row, it's nice to go to the ballpark and say, we're winning today. That's what they've been doing. So now they're looking for 8. Pretty impressive.
Brett Gardner comes on with 1 away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. And this one's too far inside, ball 2. 2-0 count, and the pitch. Down low, and the plot thickens here, 3-0.
I like that check swing. He started off at the off-speed pitch, but he recognized it and was able to hold up.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. And there to take it in is Gordon for out number 2. And that'll bring up Aledmus Diaz. Batting average is a likely source of pride for him, currently sitting in the high 320s. Starts him out with a curveball for a strike.
That curveball just frozen. That's one of those big curveballs you're expecting to go start at you like this one did and break all the way down to the bottom of the plate. But this one didn't get that big break away, and it froze it.
Might have been looking to find that outside corner, but he couldn't quite get it there. It's 1-2.
Wow, that's a tough pitch to lay off right there.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. The first baseman Eric Hosmer is in. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game.
Eric Hosmer.
First delivery to him on the way. Hard hit ball to second. He's got it. Throw to first will be in time, and there's 1 gone here to start the second. Coming to the plate now, Salvador Perez. He enters play hitting down in the 240s for the year. Into the windup and the pitch. Way out in front. Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Grichuk has a beat on it, and he makes the catch for the second out. The third baseman, Mike Moustakas, now. The average for him entering play sits down in the 250s. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Way in front of that fastball.
The difference maker in this outing than others is the two-seamer. He's doing whatever he wants to do with that ball. It's moving all over the place.
That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. And now for the second batter in a row. This is in the air out to left field. And here's Grichuk to make the catch, and the side is retired. Now at the plate, Anthony Rizzo. He'll begin things here against Jason Hamill.
First baseman, Anthony
Infield
Rizzo.
in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1. The windup and the 0-1. Knee-high slider that he takes a look at. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Strike 3 on a pitch in the dirt. Perez corrals it. And he makes the throw to first. Rizzo is retired, and there's 1 away. So striding forward now, Rendell Grichuk. And the average isn't pretty, down into the roaring 220s to begin the ball game. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. 0-1 count. Here it comes. And he misses with it. 1-1.
Well, that two-seam fastball ran a little too much off the plate, but now that sets him up to work with something away and maybe even an off-speed pitch.
And he lays off this one down and in for ball 2. Took a good cut that time, but comes up empty. 2-2.
That ball's right down the middle, and this guy's hitting in the middle of your order, and he wasn't able to hit it. That's how nasty his slider is. Here it is. You still can't hit it.
Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone. Standing in, Greg Garcia. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time.
He looks really strong here early in this game, and that fastball is a good example. Put that thing in a great spot and right where he wanted it.
Well, he finds himself down 0-2, but you know what? He looked at the first 2 pitches, but they're different pitches, both down. Good pitchers' pitches. Sometimes you got to tip your cap.
And he struck him out. So a fine inning here as he strikes out this side in order. In is Jorge Soler. The season batting average comes in down in the 240s.
The right fielder, number 12, Jorge Soler.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Hit the other way out toward right field. Gardner is there. 1 away. Here's Alcides Escobar, the shortstop. He's hitting just above the banner 300 mark on the season coming into this one. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And he gets a piece here as this ball is fouled away. The 0-1 delivery. Takes a knee-high fastball.
We're seeing him in an absolute groove out there on the mound right now. Retired 7 straight, and mechanically, he looks really consistent and fluid to me.
Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2. Swing and a little blooper to center. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
Batting ninth.
Now at the plate, Jason Hamill. This guy's still looking at a 0 in the hit column. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Now a swing, and he just fouls this one away. The 0-1 pitch. Soft liner toward short. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. Now in the box, Yadier Molina. It's been a rough go for him at the plate as he enters this one with a season average in the 230s. And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Now here's the pitch. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball one. Pitch on the way. And here's a ball hit in the air. Hosmer has room in foul territory, and that's going to land foul.
Wow, he's cruising right now out there. 4 straight punch outs and working on number 5.
Just tried to freeze him with the fastball there. Pretty close. It's 2-2. Swing and a miss. 5 straight strikeouts now, and there's one gone.
Batting 8th.
Eduardo Escobar standing in. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. And a called strike down in the zone. 0-1. And here's a ball hit in the air. Escobar ranging into the outfield. He gets there and makes a fine running play for the second out. Stepping up to the plate, Lance Lynn. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball one.
Looked like he's trying to go the opposite way on that pitch. Good job of laying off that check swing, seeing it wasn't something he wanted to really drive the other way.
Here's a swing and a miss. 1-1. Now a swing and a fly ball. And here's Soler to make the grab, and that will end the inning. Ready for another chance? Lorenzo Cain.
Leading out for the
He's
Royals.
0 for 1 thus
Center
far.
fielder number 6, Lorenzo
Into the
Cain.
windup and the pitch. There's a fastball right over the inside corner.
Here we are in the middle innings, Matt, and he's over 80% first pitch strikes on hitters. You wonder why he's dominating right now. That's a great ratio, getting ahead and getting them out.
Oh, and this goes right past him. Around second. He's on his way to third. And he will make it all the way to third now, as that mistake proves a costly one indeed.
The left fielder,
Here's the left fielder,
4.
Alex Gordon. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Pretty well hit. Deep down the line in right, but that's back into the seats. Foul. Both teams so far yet to crack the hit column. Swing and a liner. Foul. Chopped down the first baseline, but it's a foul ball, says the first base umpire.
He has full intentions of jamming this guy. Back-to-back cutters right in on the hands. He does not want him to get extended.
Breaking ball. That's in the dirt as he takes a ball. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. And this is fouled at the plate. The 2-2 one more time. Shin high fastball that time. Ball 3.
Now this is what baseball's about. A pitcher and hitter going back and forth. Foul ball, strike, foul ball. I can't wait to see how this ends.
Only play is going to be at first, so that'll go as an RBI that brings home the opening marker of the ball game.
Second baseman.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Neil Walker. Base is empty in front of him with one away following the RBI ground out. Skied into straightaway right. There to take it is Gardner, and there are 2 away now. Digging in to try it again, Eric Hosmer. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Here's the first pitch to him. Now a fastball that couldn't quite find the zone. It's ball 1. Here it comes, 1-0. And this is drifting foul back into the stands. 1-1 coming now to Hosmer. Breaking ball as this runs in on him, and he has to step out of the way that time. Line towards center field. Marte is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. Striding in once again, Starling Marte. He'll lead things off here in this one-run contest. First pitch coming. Here it is. Sends that one out of play for strike 1.
Ooh, that was a good pitch to hit. He wants that one back. He was just a little bit late on it.
In there, and it's 0-2 now. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Thought he had the inside corner that time, but it missed for ball 1. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. High in the air out to center field. Kane is under it. He's got it 1 away. Now at the plate, Brett Gardner. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. Into the windup and the pitch. Fouled back.
Man, I tell you what, I love how he's pitching right now. He has continued to pound that first pitch for strikes. When you do that, you set yourself up for great success.
Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1. Fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind.
I like what I'm seeing right now. In, and then goes away. If you pound him in early, it opens up the outside half of the plate, and that's what he's doing right now.
This one's flared toward left center, and that's the first hit in this one for the Redbirds. Digging in for his second at-bat, Aledmus Diaz. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. He'll hold off on the slider to start the at-bat. It's ball 1.
Now that was a good pitch to lay off. When it starts on the outside half of the plate, that slider right there, you know it's going to continue to run off the plate.
And a fastball in there for a strike. 1-1. Called strike on the inside, and he can't believe it at the plate. It's 1-2 now. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Lifted into the air out towards center field. Under it is Kane, and there are 2 away now. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
First baseman
standing in, Anthony Rizzo, looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Hamill sets. Here's the first pitch. Line to the right side. Soler will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez. He'll start things out as we begin the 5th.
The catcher, number 13, Salvador
Here comes the
Perez.
first pitch. Line drive to left. But he'll hardly need to move out there in left as this is hauled in for the first out.
The third baseman, number 8.
The third baseman, Mike Moustakas now. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First pitch on its way. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. Swing and a liner. Foul. Here's the 0-2. Right side and right into the shift. Escobar on the grass, on to first, and there were 2 down. Stepping into the box, Jorge Soler comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Pitch on the way. Now a ball hit high in the air and deep down the line in left. And nearly into the hit column in a big way. Instead, it's a foul ball. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Look into Molina. Now the 1-1. Grounded down the third baseline. But this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Squared that one up just a little late. He'll try again. 1-2. And the Royals are in the hit column. Here's Alcides Escobar, the shortstop. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Alcides Escobar.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. The knee buckler, and he swings and misses at it. 0-1 count, and the pitch. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Marte is under it, and that retires the side. At the plate, Randall Grichuk. He'll lead things off as we begin the home fifth.
Left fielder, Randall Grichuk.
First delivery to him on the way. There for it, Escobar. Fielded cleanly. On to first is Escobar, one away. Digging in now, Greg Garcia. 0 for 1 after he took a look at strike 3 in his first plate appearance. Way behind that pitch. It's 0-1.
He's having a really good game. He's over 70% first pitch strike. When you get that first pitch strike, now it opens up the whole strike zone, and that's why a pitcher can dominate, and he's doing that in this game.
And there to take it in is Gordon for route number 2.
Number 4.
Stepping in, Yadier Molina. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
I really like how he's getting ahead early in the count. He's pitching aggressively, and what that does, it holds the pitch count down.
And he watches one dip low and inside for a ball. 1-1. This one's down to third. Moustakas is there. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Digging in to try it again, Jason Hamill. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
The pitcher number 39, Jason Hamill.
Swing and a liner. He gets dirty, but he can't get there, and it's into center field. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Lorenzo Cain. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Here's a curveball that runs outside. It's ball 1. Well, it's been a good outing so far, but he hasn't really racked up the strikeout totals that you might think, Dan.
Yeah, it amazes me how every game you pitch can be so different, Matt. Sometimes it feels like guys can't touch you and you're just punching it.
There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Gardner ranging back. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning. Here's the left fielder, Alex Gordon. 0 for 2 of the run batted in for him thus far.
Gordon.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Looking at a fastball for a strike on the corner. Boys, we see the pitch count. It's hard to remember the last time we saw a guy pitch this efficiently.
Yeah, Matt, it's incredible to watch him go after guys. He's forcing a lot of early contact, and they haven't done a whole lot with the balls they put in play against him.
Here's Neil Walker. Third trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point.
Walker.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. And here's a ball hit in the air. Diaz onto the grass, and the inning is over. Eduardo Escobar standing in. He'll lead it off as we start the home sixth.
Second baseman, Eduardo Escobar.
Into the windup and the pitch. And that changeup makes him jump. A swing and a miss. The windup and the 0-1. Ball 1.
Tell you what, his spot has been the outside pitch right there, and now we're late in the game. He continues to pound the outside pitch, and it's really working out for him.
Hit out towards second, and Walker's throw is right there for route number 1. Digging in for his second at bat, Lance Lynn comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Takes a look at a strike over the inside corner.
You know, when a guy starts to get tired, you often see their breaking stuff start to flatten out, but that's not the case here. Still has really nice finish on that slider, as we just saw. I gotta say, his command of the corners in this start has been pretty exceptional. He's mixed east and west really well, and it's a big reason why he's had success.
The 1-2 pitch. And this is pop foul, but perhaps playable behind first. And that'll slice just foul at the last moment. Again, a 1-2. Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first, and no swing. It's ball 2. All even at 2-2. Here it is. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive.
Oh, man, I think he thought he was going to get another breaking ball right there. He's a little bit late on that fastball. That's a nice pitch, though, following that breaking pitch to keep him off balance with the heater.
There to play it is Walker, and there are 2 gone now. Here's Starling Marte. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. He's ready. Here's the first offering. A high fastball is in there.
He's been getting ahead in the count all game long. I think the key has been working off his fastball.
Swing and a miss, and he's in trouble now, 0-2.
Well, Matt, they've all seen him at this point, and clearly they're not picking him up much better. Do you see the swing on that pitch right there? Nasty.
Can't quite get the low outside corner there. It's 1-2. Hit to third. Stabs for it. He's got it. He goes to first. It's in time. Welcome back to Busch Stadium here in St. Louis. Royals leading this one as we get set to start the 7th. But before we do so, let's take a look at our game summary to this point. Ready once again, Eric Hosmer. He'll lead it off here as we begin inning number 7.
First baseman number 35, Eric Hosmer.
Here comes the first pitch. Line drive to center field. Marte is there, and he has it for the first out. Now at the plate, Salvador Perez. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. Into the windup and the pitch. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball.
You know what I've been impressed with? He's really used that fastball to his advantage, and he's recognized the fact he's throwing it by people. So he's continued to dominate with that heater and not check off of it much.
I think a big reason why he's been so effective in this one, that he's been just about getting ahead of every hitter. Seems like every one of them are 0-2, 1-2, and just about every at-bat. And when that's the case, your chances of getting a good pitch to hit are way worse.
Now another 1-2. Again, he sends it out of play. Here's another 1-2. And a swing and a miss here, so it's a quick 2 outs to start the 7th. Ready for another chance? Mike Moustakas. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game. Fouled straight back. Open stance by Moustakas, and now the pitch. Swinging a hard liner to center field, but this will not get down quickly enough as it's pulled in out there in center, and that ends the inning. Here's Brett Gardner now. He'll start things out here in the bottom of inning number 7.
Right fielder, Brett Gardner.
And now that Royals bullpen will get busy as we see both the southpaw and a right-hander get loose. Starts him out with a changeup off the plate for ball 1. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. Hit to first. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. And that'll bring up Aledmus Diaz. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one. First delivery to him on the way. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. Catch made there by Hosmer, and there are 2 gone now. Anthony Rizzo stands in now. 0 for 2 on his line thus far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And no swing, apparently. Ball 1. Hamill into the wind. Here it is on 1-0. And that misses low and inside. 2 balls and no strikes. Just a tick behind for a strike.
I like that combination right there. show him the curveball, and now that fastball sitting in the low 90s is going to look even faster. Nice job of mixing it up.
Boy, he's been great in this one, and he's only one strike away from putting another 0 on the scoreboard.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Kane going back to the track. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. In is Jorge Soler. A hit in 2 tries so far.
The right fielder, number 12, Jorge.
First pitch
Soler.
on its way. This is hit down the right field line, but it's going to get out of play for strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. There's a swing and a missile sent out to center field. Marte going back. Still going back. Gone to lead off the inning. Ready for another shot now. Alcides Escobar. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. Now a flare out toward right center. Here comes Marte. He gets there and makes the play for the first out. Digging in and looking for more, Jason Hamill. He singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far.
Your attention, please.
Brandon Moss will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 37, Brandon Moss.
As anticipated, here's a ground ball now to the right side. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
For the Royals,
In now
fielder,
is Lorenzo Cain. No hits
Cain.
in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. And he gets under this one as the ball is skied into very shallow right. Rizzo is there, and it's a very quick inning as the side is retired. Number 46 will take the ball now as the new pitcher.
City, number 46.
Here's Randall Grichuk. 3rd trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at
Left fielder, Randall Grichuk.
now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Takes a knee-high fastball.
Well, this offense finds themselves struggling right now, and they're down a few runs. They got to try to manufacture, get somebody on, maybe hit and run, and then you look for the big ball. Looks like right now everybody's swinging for the downs. They got to turn it around a little bit, play a little small ball, get it going.
Hit in the air to right field. Under this one is Soler, and he'll handle it for the first out. At the plate, Greg Garcia. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point.
Garcia.
He's set. Here it comes. Started that swing a bit too early.
Well, he swung right through that on that changeup. The changeup is a tough pitch to swing at for the first pitch because you haven't measured his velocity yet. So you don't know what you're going to see coming their direction.
Kane is there now, and he has it. 2 gone. Here's the catcher, Yadier Molina. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. In tight with the curveball. Backed up on him a little there, and it's ball 1. Here comes the 1-0. And here's the ball lifted high into foul ground down the right field line. And here's Soler to make the grab, and that will end the inning. Digging in once again, Alex Gordon. He'll try and lead things off here in inning number 9.
Number 4, Alex Gordon.
9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike. Well, that's another first pitch strike right there. Now he's over 70% so far in this game. First.
Oh, look at the sliding stop. It's there, and he's out. Into the box now, Neil Walker. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Into the windup and the pitch. And he gets the call that time for strike number one.
He's been doing a nice job out there on the mound, but the deeper you get into the game, the more the hitters have seen you. This is the part of the lineup that he has to be really careful with.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Lifted the other way to left center. Grichuk on the move. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away. So striding forward now, Eric Hosmer. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here. Swing and a liner. Foul. The windup and the 0-1. Hit hard on the ground towards second. And that's going to be a base hit here for Hosmer. And the 2-out hit extends the inning for Salvador Perez. At the plate, Salvador Perez. No hits in 3 tries so far. He struck out once. Here comes the first pitch. In the air out toward right field. Gardner is there. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Striding in once again, Eduardo Escobar.
Leading
0 for 2 on his line thus far.
The Cardinals, second baseman.
Kelvin Herrera comes on looking for a save here in the bottom of the 9th inning.
Now pitching for the Royals, number 40, Kelvin Herrera.
Action in that KC pen now as a right-hander's begun to loosen up. Ball hit high and foul down the left field line. It's strike one.
That's a big fastball, obviously, and we're going to see this reliever throw it a lot.
0-2, here it comes. And he just picked him apart in that at-bat as he's gone on 3 pitches, 1 away.
Now batting.
Standing in. Lance Lynn. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. Danny Santana will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. Fouled back. And another foul ball.
Oh, he might have got away with one. 2-strike breaking ball that ended up being in the zone. I think he probably wanted that out of the zone, but fortunately, he just fouled it off.
The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
Starling Marte.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Starling Marte is in with 2 away as he takes a ball 1-0. Inside, and he falls behind the hitter now 2-0. Here he comes on 2-0. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Kane is under it. Makes the catch, and that's the ball game. Well, we watched a really solid starting pitching performance, kept the opposition at bay, and as a result, he's our top player of the game.
Well, you know he wants that one pitch back that led to the lone hit, but it was pretty awesome.